Ladies and mostly gentlemen, today we're going to talk about Transmog, and more specifically, the brand new changes and additions and everything coming with Transmog in patch 9.1 Chains of Domination. But before we get into that, guys, just want to shout out my Twitch, twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me streaming World of Warcraft, be it classic, retail, PTR, anything like that, I'm over on twitch.tv/MrGM every single day. Right, so Transmog, yes, of course, the most important part of any major patch, of course, is the Transmog, the fun bits and pieces that you can wear going into that brand new patch. And as you can see from this character right now, there's definitely going to be some very interesting additions in 9.1. And yeah, there's a few things. There's actually some big changes as well, which we're going to go over in this video. But we're not going to show, you know, every single piece of Transmog coming in the game. Like, we'll be here all week. We're just going to kind of like breeze over where we're going to get new Transmog from, what it looks like for the most part, and the changes to the actual system itself. Now, speaking of the system itself, we're getting something we've asked for a very, very long time, and that is individual shoulder Transmog. Yes, you can press this button right here, and that gives you the extra option for your shoulder. So as you can see, you can actually transmog those shoulders separately now, which is really great. Like, this is something that was, I believe, teased in, what, 9.0 originally? And now it is actually coming in 9.1 officially. And it works pretty great, honestly. There's no real restrictions to it. You can kind of do whatever you want. You can have no shoulder, some shoulders. You know, it's actually kind of cool, honestly. It's, yeah, something we've wanted for a while and very easy to do. As you can see, you just press that little button there, and that adds the extra shoulder option to the Transmog. So yeah, happy to see that finally in the game, to be honest, because it was a long time coming and a lot of people asked about it. So I'm glad that Blizzard finally figured out how to do it all, and now it is ready to rock and roll. Speaking of shoulders, actually, there is a bunch of brand new shoulder Transmogs coming to the game with Torghast. So I do have a full video about all the shoulder designs and everything like that, but Torghast is getting a ton of brand new shoulders available in 9.1. So basically, those new Torghast runs you're going to be doing with the whole, you know, score system and all that kind of stuff, there'll be also the addition of Transmog shoulders available from the broker vendors inside Torghast, and just randomly dropping. You're going to get a bunch of these. Like, there are so many different designs available right now, so yeah, look forward to having all of those collected. Currently on the PTR, I've collected a few, just from a few runs here and there, and they all look really great. Like, they're just super big and super crazy, this being one of my favorites here, and it obviously matches quite nicely up with the raid set, which brings us nicely into the next part of our video, which is the raid sets. Yes, the raid sets and the PvP sets are, of course, the legendary appearances that we've seen previously, but were untransmoggable. But now you can transmog them. Yes, this is the elite set for the warriors. Obviously, you know, the other sets are just the designs from the legendary sets, and yeah, so pretty cool. I mean, you're going to be getting this appearance as well from various different activities as well. You know how it is with every patch. Like, maybe the Korthia stuff might give you some designs as well. I know there's some reputation items as well, which do some of the transmog here and there. But yeah, so the designs are pretty cool. They're colors that are not brand new. They're just kind of different shades that we did originally have in 9.0. They just never used them, and now they're finally using them in patch 9.1. Obviously, the Mythic and Elite sets having a little bit more jazz to them, a little bit more kind of flames coming out of them, looking way better than the kind of the normal sets. As you can see there, normal set, not so glowy, not so fantastic, but of course that Mythic set looking just so phenomenal, honestly. And the other sets, the cloth, the leather, the mail, etc., all look really good as well. I'm honestly just a fan of it. I really like the mail set, honestly. I'm very partial to the legendary mail set, which is very rare because most mail sets kind of suck. So also, we're getting some Covenant-based transmog. So I also have a video about this as well, which I'll link in the top right of this video right now or in the description below. But yeah, all the Covenants are getting their own armor sets. These are not restricted by armor, so this set, as you can see right here, will be available for any cloth, mail, leather user, whatever, right? Anyone can wear this, and there's one set per Covenant. So this is obviously the Kyrian set, as you can see, as this character is a Kyrian, and there's different ways of obtaining that. So you've got Korthia, you've got Death's Advance, you've got the Quartermaster for Renown, and you've got just General Renown. And the General Renown one is actually for free as well, so you don't have to spend a bunch of anima, so you will actually obtain this set during 9.1 with little to no effort, really. So that's really good to see that they're actually going to give the sets, because I remember before, like, it was just a bit annoying having to get some of the sets in 9.0. So yeah, these sets are going to be coming in 9.1, and there's one obviously for each individual Covenant, as you'd imagine. Now, one of the biggest mysteries of 9.1 right now is the glasses transmog. Yeah, so they added a few glasses transmog. So you've got the dazzling spectacles, the tasteful eyeglasses, the historical perspective shifters, the onyx glare reducers, and the simple glasses. These are listed as a vendor item, they're cosmetic only, and they're green quality, as you can see, and nobody knows where they're from. Yeah, as of the recording of this video, we have no idea where this vendor is. I have turned Azeroth upside down trying to find this vendor, and I cannot find it anywhere. I've checked all the regular places that you'd imagine, the amulet vendor in Shatrath, people like that, different parts of like Dalaran sewers and things. There's just nowhere. Like, these glasses do not exist anywhere. They're not in Tazavesh, at least I couldn't find them in Tazavesh, and nobody as of yet has found them. So the patch obviously launches June 29th. We're going to get a lot more eyes, pun intended, on this, so hopefully they're going to be found fairly quickly, because they're pretty cool. I really do like the design of it. It's a long time coming to be able to wear glasses on your character. It seems like quite a simple thing that should have been added a while ago, but in 9.1, guys, we are finally getting the option to purchase some glasses for Transmog, which obviously take over the head slot, as you'd imagine. Now, speaking of Tazavesh, Tazavesh does actually have a armor set. Now, the armor set is just a recolor of the dungeon set that you would have had previously. So all of, like, you know, this kind of design here for the plate ones, as you can see on this helm, it's just a recolored version of that. So it is actually new armor. It's just a recolor of the dungeon set we got in 9.0. So nothing too spectacular there in regards to Tazavesh armor sets. However, Tazavesh does have some weapons, and one of my favorite weapons in Tazavesh, it's got to be this. It is the lightsaber. It is the blue, glowing, one-handed sword of a lightsaber, the Blade of Grievous Harm. Now, the boss is actually, I believe, a reference to General Grievous from Star Wars, of course, and I would imagine the name is obviously a reference to that. There is a bunch of colors of this actually available in the game files, but as of right now, the only one available to players is the blue one, and hopefully in time we do get access to the other ones, because who doesn't want to be a Jedi in World of Warcraft? But other weapons in Tazavesh, still pretty cool. I mean, they're not breathtaking, they're not incredible, but some of them are kind of cool designs, like what you'd expect from kind of broker-type weapons. Not sure if any of these were actually added in 9.0, and they just haven't implemented them, but there is a few weapons here and there from Tazavesh which will be available to players. As for other weapons, obviously the Raid is coming, and this is obviously one of the best ones here, the Devouring Cold. As you'd imagine, obviously a tribute to the weapon that you used to get in Naxxramas, a kind of high-res upper version of that. And honestly, the weapons from the Sanctum of Domination are really great looking. They've done an absolute fantastic job with some of these weapons from the Raid. Honestly, like, this is so cool. And I think what's great about it as well is that it kind of matches the aesthetic of the armor sets as well. So it all kind of blends in very, very nicely if you do get some weapons from Sanctum of Domination. And regular weapon drops are back as well. There's not, like, you know, tokens or anything like that. This is genuinely just drops from bosses like we've had in previous raids and have had for many, many years. So yeah, look forward to a lot of cool looking kind of Ice Crown-esque sort of weapons. It's going to be really cool. Another cool little addition here, as you can see, is a Karma's Edge. They're finally adding a Karma's Edge to the game files. We believe this is going to drop from Doomwalker in the new anniversary event that's going to be coming later this year. So that's kind of what we're expecting. A Karma's Edge will be available to players to Transmog in probably November time, I think, once the World of Warcraft anniversary rolls around. So yeah, look forward to that. That looks fun. Also, for Hunters exclusively, you're going to be getting this brand new bow. Obviously, it's going to be a chance of drop, but it's the legendary bow from Sylvanas that we're going to be taking from her. That's got some really cool abilities. It gains the ability Wailing Arrow, so it's literally a brand new spell when you equip this this bow, which is actually really cool. And along with that bow is also a quiver. Yeah, so it's a little matching quiver. This changes with the difficulty of the raid as well in coloration, so you can have different colors of it. This is just a back piece, so obviously, you know, once you've obtained it, if you're not going to use it, you can still, you know, transmog it. But it does have an equip effect, which is every 5 shots it triggers Withering's Fire, striking 5 enemies in front of you with shadow damage. So it's pretty darn cool. That is exclusively for Hunters, the bow and the quiver there. But yeah, look forward to that, Hunters, when that drops from Sylvanas in the Sanctum of Domination. And our final kind of thing to talk about here is these brand new back pieces which are coming to the game. These are really cool. These are really, really big. I really love the design of these. These are actually from the Torghast Tormentors. It's an event in the Maw. I believe there is some other drops as well. I think some of them do drop also in Torghast, and there's some that you can actually get from vendors as well for reputation and things like that. So yeah, really neat. Really like these back pieces. There's a couple of different designs that don't clip too badly, honestly. Like, that sounds kind of like a weird thing to say, but they're not actually too bad. They kind of sit quite far back on the back, But as your character silhouette, it's a really great look, especially these big beefy ones. And some of the colors actually match the raid sets as well. So you can get a full aesthetic look here. You could get a weapon from the raid, a back piece from the Maw, the raid set from the raid, and just look really awesome, honestly. I'm looking forward to the Transmog. It's all very nicely connected, and the design of it, as I said, is quite ICC as well. So that's always great to see. That kind of design has always been kind of favorable in my eyes. But guys, that's pretty much it. That is kind of all of the kind of basic look at Transmog in 9.1. As I said, there is a bunch of like specific stuff. Obviously, when the patch launches, go and have a look yourself on the dressing room or on the raid loot table and things like that. There's some really great looking stuff in there for sure. Obviously, Wowhead do have links to all of that stuff as well if you want to check it out beforehand. But yeah, let me know what you think of the Transmog changes coming in 9.1. Let me know if you know any information about the glasses or have a theory on the glasses. Maybe they'll end up being some sort of like secret or something. I'm not really sure. All I know is I think once they are found, a lot of people are going to start using them because I think some of them are really, really cool looking for sure. But before I go, guys, I'd like to give a massive shout out to our amazing patrons, YouTube channel members, and Twitch subs. You guys are awesome. And if you'd like to support the channel in any of those ways, links are down below. So leave a like on this video, guys, if you liked it, and subscribe if you haven't. We've also got a partner Discord channel with over 3,000 members. And as I mentioned, I am now streaming on twitch.tv/MrGM. If you want to see me streaming the 9.1 launch as of tomorrow, and of course, Burning Crusade Classic, I'm over on twitch.tv just streaming any sort of World of Warcraft every single day. And with that, guys, I'll see you next time.